And I think we are live. Yes, and the audio looks good. I am going to take care of business real quick. Watching an always nice Chihuahua video. I'll be right back. But I'll show this Chihuahua video. Hey, Barry Allen. Yeah, I just went away for a little bit, taking care of business. And I was watching Cheap Charlie for a little bit. And Cheap Charlie, it looks like he's going back.
No one could have guessed that this tiny trembling shape.
Oh damn! I have to turn the volume down. I was watching Cheap Charlie, but it looks like Cheap Charlie's going back to the room, and Ron is somewhere. He doesn't know where Ron is, so it doesn't look like they're doing anything anytime soon.
It almost blended into the pavement. He slowed down, then he stopped. Curled up near the edge of the road was a tiny chihuahua.
Oh, I have such a soft heart for little chihuahuas.
She weighed only about 2.5 pounds. You could see every
damn 2.5 pounds.
Body. Her fur was patchy and dull, and she was covered in fleas. She did not bark. She did not run. She just stood.
That's a warning sign. When someone says their chihuahua does not bark, yeah, that means
just like that.
That means their life has been altered.
They rushed her to the vet. No microchip, no name, no record of where she came from, no one looking for her. It was as if she had never belonged to anyone at all. Sometimes I just
I saw that Lotto. Yeah, he's going to the room to get the other power bank. He has 2 power banks.
At the time, Allison's brother
He's either going for the other power bank or to charge. Well, definitely to charge one. I think he used one up.
As much as he wanted to help the little dog, he knew he could not take on both the chihuahua.
I do find it. Oh, I'm going to pause this for a second. I do find it kind of funny that Ron and Cheap Charlie, they've coordinated over the last 6 hours, well, maybe 5 hours, meeting up and then going together to somewhere, and all of a sudden they lose touch with where they were. Like one. Charlie kept on saying, "I don't know where Ron is. I don't know where Ron is." I do find that pretty funny.
So he turned to Allison, and that decision changed everything.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And you know what? Power banks are they're so cheap now. I literally bought a power bank from Temu. I got it like three or 4 weeks ago, and it was literally like $5 or $6 for a power bank.
The first few weeks were slow. Gentle meals, warm baths, soft blankets, little by little.
Like why wouldn't people just travel with 3 or 4? Like the power banks. It isn't like they used to be. Back in the day, getting a power bank was very expensive. You'd have to spend like $30, $40, or $50 for a power bank that
Chiquita turned out
is
funky,
literally
a little spicy,
the low end of the
full life
spectrum
in a
now.
body barely bigger than a loaf of bread. When she walked into a room, she did not just enter it; she lit it up.
How y'all doing?
If she heard one of her,
But yeah, I got some free time because my wife went
her ears would
to
shoot up,
she went to the
her body
Phillies
would
game.
jiggle. She would bounce in place as if joy was simply too big for her tiny frame. But the true turning point came the day she met Allison's dad.
Oh, so cute.
Baby. That's my baby.
He was tall, broad-shouldered, with a deep, steady voice. To a dog that small, he must have seemed enormous. When he first reached out his hand, Chiquita froze. You could see the hesitation in her eyes. She had been left once before. The room grew quiet. He did not force her. He simply sat down and spoke softly, like he understood that trust cannot be rushed. For a moment, she just watched him, and then
Oh, is that right, Jenga?
something changed.
The hardcore guys only. I say guys. I guess it could be anyone. They carry 3 power banks. Yeah, I don't know. When I go to Thailand, I have a power bank on me.
She took a few tiny steps forward.
But the reason I have a power bank on me is
she climbed into his lap and curled up against his chest.
it's basically because
she had decided
in case of like a natural disaster
to believe again.
where the whole
That
town
transformation.
loses power, it could charge from
The
solar
little dog
power.
who had been abandoned on the side of the road chose to trust a giant other man. She chose love over fear. From that day on, they were inseparable.
I have a couple of power banks, but I feel safer bringing the one that's solar power in case of some kind of natural disaster.
Goodbye, Grandpa.
He took her on car rides, and she would sit proudly, looking out the window like she owned the world. Even now, when she hears his voice on the phone, she perks up
But
instantly.
let me now that I'm back, I was just kind of playing this as, even though I love Chihuahuas, I hate. Well, I shouldn't say I hate. The one thing I don't like is they kind of bark in Mexican, which I can't understand. But let's see how Cheap Charlie's doing.
I think it took about 3 hours. So this is the first stop on the road trip, Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, so Cheap Charlie's saying this is the first stop on
This weather
trip.
is way off. It says 76 degrees. There's no way in hell. It's like 90 degrees right now. If that weather app is way off like that, I'm gonna turn that off. I don't know where it's getting that weather information from. It's pretty hot right now.
Hey, Jenga. Chris, I do know who Chris Travels
I
is.
see a mountain in the distance.
I do not know who John What's Going.
You got mountains here?
I don't know him.
Wouldn't think there'd be any mountains.
I do know Chris Travels. Not personally, but I'm very much aware of who he is. And why is
like a mountain in the distance?
why is this not? Why am I not able to get the volume? Oh, there it is. Where's that volume?
Now I don't want more coffee because I'm gonna be
There we
sleeping soon. I don't want to mess.
I'll go live and I gotta reduce the volume because the volume's not so good here. And as I'm doing that, let me post the link. Ah, damn. As soon as I went live on Cheap Charlie's, and now it's trying to connect. Dang it. All right. Well, that's trying to reconnect. Let's see. We'll continue with the little cute puppy video.
Chiquita weighs 5.1 pounds. Allison laughs and calls her a tiny burrito.
Oh,
Vet says she is healthy, not overweight, just
oh,
right.
so
And they
cute.
plan to keep her that way.
Yeah, 5 pounds for a small Chihuahua. 5 pounds is a good healthy weight.
She is a fluffy little white burrito with the biggest eyes you have ever seen.
Our
Eyes that
Chihuahua
seem to
kind
melt
of.
straight into your soul.
Uh,
Her tiny
we
tongue always
when we
sticks
got
out
him, he was
the
about
corner of her
5 pounds,
mouth.
and
She
he got
is
up to 12
officially toothless
because
now.
he's not a
Almost.
purebred
She
Chihuahua.
has
He
one
was
little tooth left, but
he was
that's
kind of
why
like
she lost her teeth. But she never lost
in the
her
Harry
soul.
Potter universe. They would call him Mudblood.
She still hops around like a small cotton ball, full of energy, her tongue peeking out, her spirit shining bright. You would never guess she was once the dog no one claimed. Sometimes Allison thinks about the person who left her behind. She cannot imagine how anyone could walk away from that tiny life.
Yeah. It almost sounds like
Her,
AI.
Chiquita is
The person who's talking. I don't think it's AI, but it really sounds like
not
AI.
just a dog. The same tiny shape once left on the side of the road is now the heart of their home. She is a friend, a daily reminder that even the smallest,
So for the
most
people
fragile
on
soul
that, you guys would know a lot more than me. Come on, Charlie. What's going on with your stream here? All right, hold on. Let me see. I might have to just refresh it.
I do think,
Yeah.
but so there's that thing, and then there's like not don't show the prices. They're really trying to
Okay.
do every way they can.
Yeah, sometimes Kick gets like that. You try to play it and it just doesn't play. Let me bring it really close
I
to
don't know how
live.
much he drinks. I need something to drink. That was just the last two people in 1 hour. I was 10 people in Baltimore. This lady this morning, it was literally about 10 people just in the last 2 days. Big hotel there.
I will post on the chat that I'm live, although I'm not sure.
I feel like these places are going to be really expensive for drinks.
Not sure how
Let's
long
go check it out.
this is going to go for.
Case.
It was going pretty good yesterday until I had to
Little
kind of
shops.
end it.
I went like
based
see,
on
$4, $3 for water,
family
$4 for
dynamics.
drink, for Monster.
Oh, Monster Energy drink. Hold on, I got that.
The prices
I got that right
they
here.
don't have the prices. I don't like when they don't have the prices listed. I think it's pretty shady. They don't have the prices. I see that more and more in America. It used to be a price was on everything, and there should be a price. You should know what you're paying for something. Like that croissant was $17 today. I wouldn't have brought that had I known it was that high. I was prepared to pay $10 or $12. Croissant salmon. There was no price on that stuff. The baked goods. It's basically scam. I mean, it's not scam is too strong a word, but shady business practices. Like let's charge really high prices and not show our prices.
So what Cheap Charlie just said is very interesting. To me, it's very interesting. He said because he went to get a specialty thing, some kind of croissant that had salmon on it, that he was expecting it to be, I think he said between $10 and $12, and it was $17. So I would respond like this. I think the people who sell it know the market in the city that they're in, and the prices could absolutely vary based on where you're at. If you're in like the heart of New York City in Manhattan, the price is just going to be higher. Could it be double? Yeah. Triple? Probably not triple, but it could be double. So for him to say that he was expecting it to be between $10 and $12 and it was $17 and the price wasn't listed, yeah, that's kind of how how it goes.
And you have to kind of search through a menu. And try to
Hey, Robert V.
Stuff that's displayed.
Hey, Sean.
like to see price information.
Sean the prawn checking in, not Sean the camel,
See, that cooler did have a couple prices on stuff.
not Sean the prawn star.
Which was, you get a sense of the price. But the other cooler had prices on nothing. You know, so you don't even know what the price is. So you went to the cash register. If you made it that far to the cash register, stood through your line and stuff, you probably aren't going to just return it no matter what the price is.
Yeah, so I would recommend
find
this
that
to Chief Charlie. Like if he's buying some kind of specialty item, which he says, because like a croissant with some kind of salmon, maybe lox. It probably is something like lox. That is not a common item. It's not like he's buying a Snickers bar. So without it being that, he should absolutely before he buys it, he should ask or bring it to the counter and ask him to at least scan it in. But for him to say he expected the price to be between $10 and $12, and all of a sudden it's more. Yeah, that could absolutely be true.
All I got is a $20 bill in my pocket. This kind of reminds me of Miami Beach. It looks kind of the same.
And you could look at it.
Except for
You could also look at it from the perspective of like a foreigner coming into the country. Let's say a foreigner comes into the country and instead of the average person making 50, 60,000, they make like 20,000. And they find an item that we would consider pretty normal. An item that they like, let's just say it's a hot dog. Just to use it as an example. They see a hot dog, and in their country where they're from, a hot dog costs 30 cents. And all of a sudden, big bad America, when they ring it up at the counter, this 30-cent hot dog to them is now $2. That's like 4 times the price. 4 times, yeah, 30, 60, no, 5 times, 6 times the price. So they would argue the same thing. You know, the hot dog wasn't labeled, and it's like 6 times the price that I pay in my own country. So that's the fault of whatever place that it had it for sale. But what they don't realize is the place that had it for sale is competing with other places around the area, and from a supply and demand perspective, they're probably pretty much in line with each other.
for north and a little bit less people. I like that beach club. I think I'm gonna go to that beach club tomorrow. Spend a lot of time there.
I do see, and they're at the Ocean City, Maryland. I kind of remember that from yesterday. They were saying Ocean City. I wasn't sure if they're going to Ocean City, New Jersey, or Ocean City, Maryland. There's 2 Ocean Cities. And looking at the beach looks really nice. I do like
the way most things are. I noticed like there's an increasing trend to ask for tips everywhere and everything. I've actually been tipping 15% everywhere, every one of these little coffee shops and restaurants. So it's like, where am I gonna get food from? And like, just I found like these. You go back a couple streets off the strip. There's like.
And this is a great time of year to go to Ocean
like
City,
Hispanic
Maryland.
Grocery stores.
The weather
Got
is
pretty good, like, meals
for the
$50.
beach, like beach area. The weather is
I'll
actually
go back
really
to the
good.
hostel. My first meal there. Sometimes there are options. You gotta find where like you gotta try to find the cheap stuff. You have to eat and drink. Like I don't even know where to get a bottle of water right now. It's not gonna cost $3. It's just a small bottle too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Try to figure these things.
I'm pretty sure wherever Chief Charlie goes, it's good. A bottle of water is going to cost $3,
That's why they call
just
it
because
tourist
where he is.
Full life phenomenon. But don't worry too much about prices. We're not going to have a good time, guys. You gotta. It's a good thing to be frugal, but don't overdo it. Trash collector.
The boardwalk there is really
Like,
nice.
these buildings are right on.
It's nicer than Wildwood.
Right on every place. You got a balcony. Everything's built right on the ocean.
You know what? Let me pause there for a second. You know what Cheap Charlie really needs? He needs one of those microphones that has the little fuzz on it. So the wind, and this is technology that was flushed out 10 years ago. The wind doesn't create such a movement that it makes it kind of annoying to listen to. He needs some kind of microphone, not from the camera itself, some kind of microphone very close to his mouth that drowns out the wind.
We go to Atlantic City on July 4th. We're going to be in Atlantic City. It's going to be probably a madhouse. People everywhere.
Yeah, this is.
Weather is pretty nice. You got that wind coming off the ocean.
Hello, welcome.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much.
Just wanted to tell you, he's got like mics and everything. He just forgot them.
Oh, damn.
But he's got like the cordless ones, and they last like the battery lasts like 2 hours or something. But the same goes for when he went like to dinner with Ron the first time. He's got like the dual set, right? So, because you could hardly hear Ron or the conversation they were having, you know, like anyway. But he forgot his mics. That's all I wanted to say. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. His hold on, I have to turn his volume way down because the sound of it was kind of the same in the car too. When they were driving the car, it was very, very you could hear like all this ambient sounds in the car from the outside, which was unfortunate. But if you remember to bring that stuff, he could even connect it to the pirate hat he has on. Kind of looks like a pirate hat.
He's got the little, like the newest DJI ones. They look like they maybe like size of like $50 or maybe a quarter, like in between, like the little ones, the ones with the magnet. Yeah, they've got dead cats. They've got everything. It's got a little charging case, everything. But whatever.
Yeah, we got 2 nights here. It's going to be a night in Delaware.
Yeah, I guess it's good that at least he remembered his glasses this time. I don't know how many videos we've seen where he just forgot where his glasses were.
Yeah, well,
Glasses,
happens. I mean,
wallet.
I wear glasses, and sometimes, you know, after you go to like take a shower, brush your teeth, do everything you need to do, and then you're like, well, where did I put them?
Yeah.
That happens to me sometimes.
Mm.
The worst is the keys, but I've knocked that on the head. I always put my keys in the same place at home every time.
Yes.
Without question, without fail.
Yeah. Oh, I do the same thing.
You shouldn't do that, but because people know where they are, I guess, if they like observe or whatever. But no, I'm done looking for keys.
Yeah. What's going on? Cheap Charlie, your bit rate is low.
No, you gotta look when that happens. What I do is I refresh the whole web page. Go up and hit the circle.
Yeah.
Just hit the circle. No,
well,
whatever.
Yeah.
No, the circle.
Yeah. No, I know what's going on.
It happens to me.
It happens to me pretty much every time I watch someone stream for like 30 minutes. What's going on here?
Yep. For me, it happens like when he changes like the view. So like from front to back, back to front, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. And sometimes when I change,
Well, if
like
he's walking, if he was, I don't want to wake him up in the hotel room. If I go back to the hotel, I might wake him up or something.
Darn it. What's going on here? Guy.
But I gotta get to the hotel room.
There we go.
kick
Now
is
I can move it
glitching.
up. Yeah, that what you described happens to me too.
Yeah, kick
And
is
hitting
glitching.
that refresh thing very rarely works.
No, that's why I'm heading back.
For me, it works. I basically hit the circle and it'll come back.
Now as fast as I can.
But I stopped using the Kick app because that's garbage. I gotta throw that off of my devices.
Yeah, on my computer here, I'm not using the Kick app. I'm just using it in a web page. But
Yeah.
it does have problems time to time. Well, pretty much every time I watch it for a half hour or more.
Yeah, I agree.
Or yeah, I can grab my charger. And
But it is easy.
Yeah.
It's very easy just to X out, reload it, and then move it back.
There are some really funny comments today, though.
Pretty fast.
I popped in a couple of times, and man, some of these people are ruthless, man.
Oh yeah. I've seen some very, very ruthless Kelly comments.
Well, not only that, but there's a couple other ones in there too.
Hmm.
It's good to do it braid. Braid or, I haven't brought it in a while.
Let me I'll keep this one going. Let me see how the tennis thing went today. Tennis Wimbledon updates. Serena Williams loses.
France versus Sweden is still 0-0, 34th minute.
I'm not mad at Kelly. It's all good, but I'm not gonna like try to make plans around it. Right?
Oh,
Ooh,
where's
number
Mark?
four.
Where's Mark? The Netherlands got eliminated yesterday.
You got this.
Yeah, I don't think he's very happy about that. He's probably only going to have sex one time today instead of 5, as he's mourning.
True.
Oh, look at that boat. That's a speedboat, I think.
Yeah, I got it wrong yesterday. I said they were going to Ocean City, New Jersey, but they went to Ocean City, Maryland. I never heard of Ocean City, Maryland, to be fair. So
yeah, I didn't know there was 2 of them. I've never been to either one of them.
There's a lot of wind.
yeah, but I think they had like, didn't they have like some kind of Ocean City thing where they had like those New Jersey people all in a house and stuff, and Snooki or whatever, like on MTV or something.
Oh
like,
yeah,
years and years ago.
Yeah, the what the fuck is that called? I do remember Snooki and Paulie and
all those people.
Gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put me off. That show put me off of ever going there. But this
As it
place
turns
looks really
out-
chill. But
As
this
it
place,
turns
you
out,
said that-
I do remember she wound up becoming a mom. Not only a mom, but from everything I've heard and read, she wound up becoming a pretty good mom. Like that really does well, taking care of her kid, like not going out of like doing any crazy things.
I don't think it'll make a difference. Yeah, you're right.
But I do remember that.
yeah, but this place,
What was it called?
this place here, is it called Jersey Shore or something like that?
Yeah. The store. Yeah, the show name was the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but this place here looks really chill.
I'm gonna throw this out away.
It is. Someone had mentioned, I think in Cheap Charlie's, it's a dry city. So because it's a dry city, you can't actually buy alcohol there, which has 2 effects. The first effect is you aren't going to get people to just pick up stuff and act crazy. The second effect is because it's dry, you're not going to get like the 21 to 29, 28, 27-year-old crowd to even go there in the first place. So it's just going to be chill just because of the people that won't go there.
Oh, that's cool. But
Yeah.
that means if you go outside the city limits, you can probably find a liquor store if you wanted to.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Okay.
and you could bring it back. But the thing is, like, why? if you're like a partier, let's say the people like 21 to 27, they're partiers. They know other people that they would be interested in aren't going to go there either. Like, you're not going to get hot 25-year-old, 27-year-old girls from their perspective to even go there in the first place because it's a dry city.
But they have bars and stuff there. So you can go to a bar, but you just can't buy it like at a liquor store or what.
Okay.
No, I'm asking.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I've never been to Ocean City, Maryland, but I do know in New Jersey there are a number of shore points that you just cannot buy alcohol.
Yeah. I just remember, but this is a long time ago. This is probably like over 20 years ago. We were going through Tennessee and we went to the Jack Daniels distillery.
Okay.
And that county that the distillery is in at that time was still a dry county. So basically you couldn't, right?
That's
Which
pretty,
is kind of
that's
weird.
pretty funny. Like, you go to buy Jack Daniels in the dry county.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, but I think they changed the law. I think it's no longer a dry county, but it was for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? There was a funny post on this stream that Chief Charlie's running, the Kick stream, where his dad gifted him. He gifted him like I don't know whether it was a sub or something else. It says, "Oh, something like there goes your inheritance." I thought that was so funny. And Sean the Prawn says Kelly is a professional gambler. Okay, well, hopefully it's working out for him. I would venture to guess if he's still doing the same thing that he's been doing for the last 5 years, the professional gambling aspect side of the game is probably not working as intended.
Nope.
I did make an interesting bet. Are you into the NBA at all?
I stopped watching. Basically, I've stopped watching the NBA since Jordan retired. Well, since like Tim Duncan retired, I would say.
Oh, Tim Duncan. Yeah. Oh, San Antonio. Very good center. Wait. Yeah, Tim Duncan. Sometimes they get Tim Duncan and David Robinson mixed up.
Yeah. I like my best friend, his son, he loves basketball. And when I'm at the house or whatever, and he'll be watching games and stuff, and like we'll watch, and I'll tell my best friend, I was like, this isn't like anything like what we used to watch when we were his age, like nothing. It's not the same type of basketball, and I understand it. It's all about like probabilities and the 3-pointer. It's
the league has certainly shifted to a Steph Curry model of 3-point shots.
And there is defense, but there's no defense like it used to be, right? And there's different rules. It's just like the NFL. Like they changed the rules a bit, and then you got to adapt. Then plus the way they score or want to score, it's just a different game. It doesn't make it a bad game. It just doesn't make it the game that I grew up watching.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah.
And therefore, it's less interesting to me. So I don't know that much about it, but go ahead, ask me.
Yeah, I remember like different years they introduce different rules, certainly in the NFL, that make it so much. Well, I wouldn't say so much, but the rules change where it makes it easier to pass the ball, and in some years it's harder to pass the ball. Overall, they're trying to go for more scoring, so they make it easier to
Yeah,
pass. The
no, like I understand all of that, but like what I even when I was in high school and stuff, football. Okay, back then you didn't really have guys who could pass the ball that well or receivers that could run routes that well. I mean, it's high school. I mean, yeah, you have people who are excellent athletes and stuff and we're pretty decent, but on the whole, you know, the level isn't that high. So you'd probably run the ball more than you would pass the ball. So I was more interested when people were running. Even in college, it was like that for a long time. And the NFL, and now, like you said,
Oh yeah, in the
it's
NFL.
all geared towards scoring now.
Yeah, in the NFL, it used to be so much more of a run game than a pass game.
Yeah, it was more like a field position chess game. Like, I mean, they could
Yes.
all. Like, I mean, they had. Look, I mean, look. You had like Dan Marino, who absolutely killed it, right?
Yep.
He,
I remember.
I mean, he's in the '80s, right? So, yeah, there are people out there who could do it, and there were teams there who were passing the ball. But imagine if Dan Marino played today. He
Yeah.
would. I mean, come on, like
Yeah,
he
he'd
just
do great. Like his
yes and
spiral.
no, yes and no, because he was a pocket passer, and that's also changed. So you have now quarterbacks. You have to be mobile. You have to be able to run and make a decision at a moment's notice. Dan Marino just stand there, and if the guy's open, he throw the ball, and if he's not, he take the sack. Pretty much, he wouldn't really. He'd run for like a yard maybe. And now you got guys who are that athletic that they could, you know, be
Yeah,
the
and
running back.
the two quarterbacks that remind me the most of Dan Marino, back like in this current age, maybe like Andrew Luck and to a certain extent Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton Manning for sure, because he was also just a pocket passer. He wasn't really mobile, even when he was young,
If he
fit,
was
and
running,
didn't have his neck problems. Huh?
if he was running, he was running for his life.
Yeah, he was slow. There you go. That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
but he could throw. So
And Luck, Andrew Luck was pretty good too, but that's a guy who kind of ended his career way too short.
well, it was his decision, and basically, it's also the team's fault. If you can't protect the guy and he gets killed every game,
Yep.
I mean, you're gonna lose. And it's not like the guys who are playing get smaller. They're bigger, faster, stronger than like 10 years ago. It you know. So, and if you're getting pummeled week in and week out,
Did
can
you
understand.
Did you hear the unfortunate news that happened to one of the NFL's leading rushers in the past 15 years, Chris Johnson? He wound up getting ALS, and he at the time, like at the combine time, he had the fastest combine 40-yard dash for any running back, and now he's basically he can't even talk anymore.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate.
He was faster than Bo Jackson.
I do know right around 2000, I think it was around 2013, he set the 40-yard dash combine for running backs. So he must have been, Bo Jackson would have been way before that. So yeah, he was faster than Bo Jackson.
Okay.
And Bo Jackson is one of the best athletes I've ever seen. Certainly play in multiple sports.
Yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He really didn't do that much in the NFL, But when he did touch the ball, look out.
Yes, and he had highlights, Monday Night Football highlights.
Well, you were gonna ask me something about basketball.
Oh yeah. I found it very interesting bet on Kalshi with the NBA Finals. So you remember the NBA Finals where the Knicks won it.
Yep.
They won it in 5 games, and
Yep.
in Game 4 they had that really amazing comeback. And I found a bet on Kalshi that says, will the basketball that was used in like the last 5 seconds of the game,
You guys remember Steph Travel?
will that? Oh, hold on. He just said Steph Traveler. I do want to replay this, but let me tell my story first, and then I'll play Charlie. It was an interesting bet where it said, will this basketball that the Knicks won in Game 4, even though the series went to Game 5 and the Knicks won it, I think, in 5, will it sell for more than $500,000? And it was because it's a Knicks, I think it's going to sell for a lot and stuff. But they were offering like 18 to 1 odds that if it sells for under 500,000, you win 18 to 1, whatever your bet is. You bet $100, you win. What do you win? Like 18,000, something like that. So I thought that was a very interesting bet. So I bet my typical 50 cents. And it's going to go on auction. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I remember thinking like, who's going to pay that much for a basketball? They use multiple basketballs in a game, and like it wasn't like a deciding game. It wasn't like anyone famous who shot the ball. I just thought that was an interesting bet.
Yeah, I mean,
almost like where is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding going to be?
yeah, I mean, people pay what they think it's worth.
Yeah.
I'm not a big sports memorabilia fan.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in the this is years ago also, in the mall they had like a store that sold sports memorabilia, and you're just like, well, why would you want to pay that much for that? Like, come on, like,
Yeah.
no, like, it's just not for me. But I mean, there's people who love it, who love trading cards, Pokemon cards. Here, you got Cheap Charlie here, Magic cards, all these things. Wonderful.
Oh, I've seen it.
I mean, I bought. I'm a petrol head. I've bought a motorbike and a car that are both like very limited in production. I wouldn't say they're sought after, but they're special. And the car itself has increased since I've bought it over 10 years ago, almost 10 years now, probably. Yeah, almost 10 years. Almost doubled in value. And the motorbike hasn't lost any value, which is good too, which means it has increased in value if you consider inflation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
I would say anytime you buy any vehicle and it does not depreciate, you've made a good investment. Because the one thing that like vehicles in general just lose value.
Well, generally once you buy a brand new car, once you drive off the lot, you've lost like 35%. 30 to 35%. Once you drive off the lot. Any regular standard like run of the mill car. Not all, but I would say in general you lose like 30%.
Yeah, I know right off the bat. The next day you're down 10%. And after the first year, it goes down even more than it does go down. There is a
2.5 years, it's about 60%. And then generally like from year 3 onwards, it normally stays stable for about a year or two. Like up until about 5 years, and then it plummets again, depending on the model. Now, if you bought like, was it the Cybertruck? That thing just drops like a rock, from what I've seen. But whatever, it depends, But I would say on average, that's what you're saying. What I'm saying is pretty much on par.
Yeah, vehicles they're generally not a great investment.
on the other hand, if you look at what Ron's got, his Prius, it's a sought after car, right? So I think his depreciation would be much lower than like a car that's not a Prius. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I think Ron bought the proper car for what he needs it to do, and then if he ever has to sell it, he won't lose that much money.
Yeah, I agree that, especially for him because of what his job is. That
Right.
and the fact that, and one assumption we make is that right now electric vehicles are cheaper to, if you look at it in miles per gallon, electric vehicles are cheaper than ICEs, internal combustion engines. But there is no guarantee in the future it'll be like that.
To me, I think there's a couple car companies that are trying to do it. I know that BMW started with it when they did their whatever the i3, the little EconoBox ugly thing. It was ugly, but they made it out of like I don't know, like 35 or 40% recyclable materials,
Mhm.
right? That were recycled to begin with, and also I think 60% of the vehicle could be recycled after life cycle. Yeah, I think the whole electric vehicle thing is.
Let me give you a
Great.
hypothetical.
Let me finish my thought, and then you can.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
how do you like the batteries themselves, right? I know you have different forms of batteries, lithium ion and whatever. But how do you recycle those and restore those to be used again? Like the thing is about the ICE is that the basic premise of the ICE four-stroke has been around for over 100 years, and we've been improving on it for the last 100 years. Everybody has like the same base. They add different concepts to it, but the way it works is pretty much the same. So the thing that the electric vehicle people need to do, or at least over maybe a somebody who produces cars, so be it the Chinese or Honda or whoever or Toyota, that they have like standardized batteries that they use in all of their cars, like the same one, which will make it cheaper. You understand what I'm saying? For all.
So batteries are a part that wear out,
Yeah, of course.
and there is some things that you could do as a consumer to not wear it out so fast, which is basically you charge it to 80 to 85% instead of charging it to 100%. So
Yep.
that is something like a user thing that will help maintain the life of the battery. And the battery is a big percentage of the total cost of the car. It's probably like 10,000 of like a $50,000 car. So it's a pretty big thing. But what I was gonna say, who is this Steph Soul that's trying to come on? Before I did have something relatively interesting and intelligent to say, but let me see who this is first. Is it Ron? Oh, I can't even hear you. All right, I can't hear you. I'm gonna put you in the background for now. Type in the chat who you are. But so two things. The price of electric vehicles, and right now they are the way to go. It is very much easier to maintain an electric vehicle than it is an ICE. But what happens? Let's say a Democrat becomes president, and we do not. So one of the things we've been doing is we do not allow competitors to come in and really fight against Tesla. But what if we did? What if a Democratic president comes in and fights against, allows China to come in and put all their really cheap electric vehicles against Tesla? Like Tesla would they would sink. They would almost go bankrupt within a year. So one has to ask, is Tesla being artificially propped up because of policy? You know what I mean?
Look, I mean, yes and no. But look at like Honda, Toyota, and everything. I think aren't they not incentivized, but isn't it beneficial for them in terms of their operation that they build plants in the United States to build cars? So wouldn't it be the same to?
No, because labor is so much cheaper overseas.
Yeah, okay, but like you have whatever tariffs, it's basically
Right. All I'm saying is,
a mathematics.
well, the
So,
tariffs are a policy decision, and tariffs
Right.
were designed to, well, if I'm going to get into tariffs, that's actually that could be
no,
a topic on its own, which is, it's kind of independent of what if a Democratic president comes in and says, you know what, Elon, your company, which is charging $60,000, but we can get cars in from China that do the same thing for 30,000, even if we charge 50% tariffs, it's still cheaper than you can make it here because labor overseas just happens to be so much cheaper. So that a policy decision could actually very much influence Tesla.
I agree, but then there's the other side of the coin. Yeah, okay, labor is a cost, but I mean, if you look at I've been. This is also years ago. I've been to the Volkswagen plant at Wolfsburg, like the main plant, right? If you
Mhm.
see how much automation is there, yeah, there's people around and there's people doing stuff.
Oh, hello.
Pick up CVO.
Hey, Zevia.
Good to see you. So you're alive?
Yeah, live right now.
Okay, good. Are you watching Charlie on Kick?
Yeah, I have. I do have Charlie on. I had to mute the audio because it's like so much wind hitting the microphone.
Oh, well,
That's-
where you at, Charlie? Because I didn't watch much live streams lately.
Charlie is currently in Ocean City, Maryland, which
Oh,
is
that's America.
it's about an hour. I think like an hour and a half from
Oh, okay.
where I am.
Okay. Yeah, it seems a little bit windy there on this shirt to see.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, I saw you yesterday was also live, and you was watching tennis or something. I don't know it anymore, but
Yeah, watching a little bit of tennis.
okay. You watch the football also a little bit in America, in Houston, I think.
Well, you mean the unfortunate fate of the Netherlands football?
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah.
It was 3 o'clock at night at my time zone, and I set my alarm clock, and I just sleep through it, so I didn't watch
Good.
it better.
You didn't miss much.
No, I didn't miss anything. I didn't even watch the highlights back, so I'm only gonna watch the final, and then it's over. Didn't like much football anymore the last 10 years, so yeah, it's okay. So
I
you're here
think
with what was his name? Chris.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
here
sure.
with Chris online.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You're with
Nice.
Chris and
Yeah. I'm not much into the
chilling.
into
I was
the. I'm
I
watching
was
not
interested to see. Well, one of the things I was interested to see is if Ron and Chief Charlie are going to come kind of this way, maybe go to Lancaster, because if they do decide to go to Lancaster for a couple days, I very much want to join them. And
Oh, so Ron is going to
I
see
could,
Charlie also, or he is there already, or something.
where they're both they're both there in
Okay,
Ocean
yeah,
City.
yeah. I have still my Kick account, and I have it like logged in on my iPad, but I didn't watch much live streams, to be honest. So I missed all of it, like all of it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm too busy with making
You're
money.
too busy with
Like,
your Ukrainian girlfriend. Go.
yeah, oh yeah. We were sleeping too much together, you know. So we, I don't have much time, you know. I can go when she's sleeping or something, but I don't want to get her involved in my private life, you know, or private life. Let's say let's call it like that. Mostly it's
You know,
not
what I
good.
was just
You know?
thinking of today, CVO. I was just thinking
Yes.
of, that silly watch that I still have. That kind of like gold, that gold plate.
The target.
Yeah, that gold Rolex. I don't even know if it's real or not. I have it stored away in a locked container because
But
I don't know if
did
it's
you
real
check
or
if
not.
it's real gold or?
I have no idea. I guess I could bring it to somewhere that has that. There are machines, and I'm sure you're very much aware of the machines that they have that actually put materials on it, and it'll give you a breakdown of the um, like the percentage that it's gold, copper, stuff like that.
Yeah, or just buy on Temu like the soil with the stone. Like you scratch it on the stone, and then you put the soil on it, and if the scratch is staying, it's real gold and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but I do know
Like a
that
gold tester.
if you have like a chain or something, they could test for how if it's 14 karat versus 10
Yes.
karat versus like 20 karat by scratching it on a surface, and then
Yeah.
you apply a little bit of acid to it, a certain type of acid,
Yeah.
and yeah, that'll tell you if it passes that test.
That was probably your nearest jewelry seller is gonna test it for free, probably just because
Oh
he
yeah,
likes.
yeah. For jewelry, yeah, that's a cheap way to do it. The expensive way is having that machine that
Yeah,
actually analyzes. It'll analyze whatever you put on there and tell you the
straight
percent.
away. Yeah,
Yeah, but that machine's very expensive, so not many
yeah,
people have
true.
it.
Yeah, yeah, true. I'm still outside and my battery is running very fast. I started with 20 and now it's on 13 already. So yeah, I'm outside, man.
So you got 6 minutes left. Let's make the most of this.
Yeah. I'm gonna drive home. I'm like 5 minutes away from home. The top is still down, so
Yeah.
yeah. And some good weather coming soon, and yeah, maybe I'm gonna do some live streams on the boat or something. You know, just chilling out and maybe going
Yeah.
to the city
Hopefully. Well,
of Utrecht, the city. And you never saw that? I think on live stream I
no,
sent
I
you
still
some
haven't seen it.
pictures.
I remember asking you. There was one stream that you had. I'm like, oh, I want to show my wife that stream. Um, where
Oh
you're traveling up. Yeah, you're traveling up on the boat somewhere.
yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna. I always say I'm gonna do some streams, but every time I'm thinking like, oh, not now. I have only 1 hour, you know. And mostly
Yeah.
when I stream, I do like 3-4 hours minimum. You know, that's my thing. You know, I just like to do longer streams. You know, not like an hour and everybody is in, and then you need to say, oh, I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna get away, and everybody's like disappointed. You know.
And I also remember the times where your boat would crash out, and
Oh yeah, that happened late.
that was fun too.
It happened lately with a girlfriend. I was on the lake, and it the what was the problem? Like the motor was not cooling, you know, and there was I tried to make it work for like 3-4 hours,
Yeah.
and it didn't work, you know, because one thing was just broken, you know. I couldn't get it working without a new part.
Mm.
So I let it slept over, like how do you say that? Towing the boat with somebody else, and he helped me to get me back to the harbor, and I put a new part in, and now it's all good, probably. Yeah. So I will check in maybe later. My battery's really fast, like 9%. So I'm gonna
Okay.
get home 5 minutes, and I will check your live stream, and maybe I will have a little talkie here if you're still live.
Yes. In 30 minutes, I'm guessing I'm not going to be live. I'm
Okay.
probably gonna. I still haven't eaten dinner yet, so I have to go downstairs and make dinner. My wife is at a baseball game, so she's coming. She's not coming home to make me dinner. But
So
that's
you
fine.
just
I gave her permission to do that.
maybe I can start a live stream, but
Yeah.
don't send the channel out,
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes. I'll see
All
you
right.
later.
All right.
Okay.
See you.
Thanks. Okay. Later.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. Later.
Cheap Charlie. Where you go? Chris, where you go? Oh, no, connection lost again.
Yeah, Ron was sleeping. Did you see?
Oh, actually, I did not see that.
Yeah, Ron was
Salib. It's dangerous to do that in Thailand because if you're asleep in a bar or something, you very much could have someone come up and reach into your pants, but for just taking your cash. I think I saw something that just happened in the Tiger news. It showed a couple girls doing that.
Yes, showed one girl looking out and the other girl taking the stuff, but CCTV catches everything in Thailand.
Yeah.
There's a website somewhere where you can look at all the official CCTV cameras in Pattaya. It's amazing how many there are. I mean, that plus all of the shop cameras. I mean, they're gonna find you if you did something not right, I think.
Yeah, well, they're certainly very much they're going up at an unprecedented rate, and they're used everything from trying to use facial recognition, and they are already using that to try to find people. Yeah,
that too. Yeah. Charlie gonna build a sandcastle or what?
I think he's thinking right now, holy shit, this is not what I expected earlier today. Like, I would have expected Ron to be up and streaming for 12 straight hours, and now Ron's Salip and Charlie's
Ron did his part. Ron got him there.
Yeah.
No, I just hope that Ron goes live later.
And Ron's fun. Like when I drove down to visit Ron, I wasn't sure what to expect. He used to live near a Burger King. And I asked him, like, can I park here? And he's like, oh yeah, you can park there. So we hung out for pretty much the whole day, and his roommate too, Danny. We hung out there at the house, and we actually went just walking around the city. I thought for like a single guy, it would be it's a great place to live.
Charlie's looking for food. There you go.
Yeah.
Pizza side of the game.
Yeah, I see. They're pretty much including every kind of food out there. I saw the pizza, the gyros, heroes, however you pronounce it. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Cheap Charlie's he's living the boardwalk side of the game.
Lemonade, there you go. Shaved ice. Used to love those.
Oh, this is Ocean City, Maryland. I could guarantee nothing. Yeah, I can guarantee nothing is cheap out there. He's gonna wish that he paid $17 for whatever he didn't buy early this morning.
Look, you're at the ocean. You're at the boardwalk. You got to pay for where you're at. I'm sure the rent in those places isn't cheap either.
No, the rent is not cheap. The rent is very. expensive.
Sure, the licensing fees and all that stuff
Yeah.
is probably quite high.
Yep. I agree.
But Charlie doesn't understand. It's not Thailand. You know, and even in Thailand, there's big discrepancies. You go to Walking Street, you pay Walking Street prices. You
Yes.
go eat
Yeah,
on
you're
Third Road,
Yeah.
you don't pay as much.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Simple as that.
You go to Tony's Pizza here, you're probably paying more than Bronx Pizza. And Bronx Pizza is very expensive.
Yeah, I'm not a big look. I don't know. Like
Mm.
pizza in Thailand, just no. I haven't had a good pizza in Thailand ever.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's just
Yeah.
me.
So I will say this. The last time I was there, I ate at Bronx Pizza. I think I ate there either 3 or 4 times. But I specifically remember the first 3 because the first one was very, very good. The second time I ate there was awful. But the third time was also very, very good. So
Yeah,
I had
Go ahead.
3 experiences there. Something they did with the second time was so bad.
Yeah, I went to one of the last time I was there, like a new pizza place opened up by an Italian who apparently won some kind of pizza award in Italy, whatever. I don't know. Maybe he got it on Khao San Road. I'm joking. I'm sure it's all legit. But I went there. Great, like shop, brand new, good service, everything nice. And I was expecting like the wow factor of flavor. And I was like, well, it's decent, but it didn't like blow my socks off. So I was like, okay, well, if this is supposed to be like award-winning stuff, then maybe there's something wrong with my taste buds. But I mean, it just opened up like, I don't know, a couple weeks or like a month before. So maybe some teething problems. I'm not saying that there can't be good pizza. It's just, oh no, that's not true. I've had a really good pizza, but in Bangkok.
Okay.
And I've went 3 times, and every time it was that's the best pizza I've had in Thailand, in Bangkok. A friend of mine took me. We were there for 3 nights, 4 nights, 3 or 4 nights. We took one of those special train excursions from Hua Lamphong or whatever it's called, the old train station, and then we spent like 1.5 nights roaming around Sukhumvit. And this is on Sukhumvit Soi 8, the restaurant.
So a little bit past Nana.
Yeah, and we stayed Soi 13. So, but hey, like you could tell the ingredients. Like I had it like with Parma ham and mushrooms, and it wasn't like fake. It was like it wasn't inexpensive either. But the Parma ham and the mushrooms I used, and just the amount of sauce, the amount of cheese, everything was.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I gather from this. It was long enough ago, and you still remember this and have a very positive experience. So I think that's one of the greatest
and what's
signs. That's one of the greatest signs of how it was. Because I do remember certain places like, oh man, like when I was in the Philippines back in 1998. 97 or 98. Yeah, it was 97 or 98. I remember a certain spaghetti bolognese, of all things, like spaghetti bolognese meal that was just so good that to this day, I'm not going there ever again for the spaghetti bolognese. I'm probably not even going there ever again. But I do remember it made an impact on just how good it was at the time.
Yep.
So I know exactly what you speak of.
Yeah, because like it, what it's probably gonna taste like, right? Your expectation, right? And then it exceeds expectation. You're like, wow. And I think the second time we went, right? I was like, yeah, well, my friend's like, where do you want to go? I was like, dude, if we stay at Soi 13 again, I want to go back to that pizza place. He's like, yeah, we can do that. And it was the same really good taste, the same great everything. Plus, I was gonna say, what's the Japanese beer called? Asahi. They had that on or whatever. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they had that on tap. Oh my god, so good. One
Yeah,
pizza,
it's
one
funny how
one pint was awesome.
yeah, it's funny how we remember the really good experiences.
But a lot also has to do with the company you keep when you're eating. Also, like conversation, the person, stuff like that. Like
Yes.
that also enhances the meal a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, a lot, I think.
Yeah, I would say a lot. I remember kind of an average meal that I had, but I remember it because there was like 5 of us. This is in Pattaya at Taco Taco,
I think Ron's gonna wake up early.
where it was basically the owner of M&M Bar.
Yep.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Mark.
Mark. Yeah. Eminem.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, there was a bunch of us there eating at Taco Taco, including like a couple of the people that frequently visit his establishment. And if you go to any of his streams, like you'll see them pretty much all the time. We were there. We had a great time, and like the food was good. Like tacos, I like tacos, but to speak to your point, it was the company, and Cheap Charlie was actually there. Cheap Charlie came in. So yeah, it was a company that certainly made the meal.
Trying to find it now.
I remember his one friend Brent. I was doing magic tricks, and his one friend, Mark's one friend Brent.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure his name was Brent. I was showing this magic trick to Brent, and he was like, "Oh, that's awesome."
There's a lot of beach towns like this on Atlantic. It's a very sort of amusement sort of type of place. Here's a bar. Ron might be Ron's future home tonight. Possible.
I have to go to the bathroom. Is it okay if I go AFK for 1 minute and 10 seconds?
Just turn up Charlie's volume, and then people can follow on with.
We'll do that. Okay. Ah, darn it! I did it the wrong way. Hold on. Boom.
This is an old beach town.
All right, I'll be back in 1 minute.
Very old place.
Ah, damn it! I just ran over my toe with my fucking chair.
Baltimore
Oh, that hurt.
the urban summer heat.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back in like 1 minute. I have to put my laundry in the dryer.
That's good, man. Good. That's a good chocolate milkshake. You can't get this other parts of the world like this too much. Okay. I'm not gonna have a better milkshake than this. Good, good. Yeah, that's good. Kelly said he doesn't like crowds, so it's just kind of agoraphobia. Here, there's a lot of people. There's crowds. You got to walk each stream. It can be very uncomfortable for a lot of people. It's not even just agoraphobia, but you got to go stream out in public, big crowds, tourists, people. So try to entertain the chat, the audience. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. Hey, what's up, Vancouver Picker? Man, that's a good milkshake. I swear on another one. I already drank half of it.
Okay, I am back. I am back, and
Yes.
I am so glad I did not go tonight to
But
my wife's
Boardwalk is kind of more
company
New
event.
Jersey, like northern thing.
Hmm.
I don't remember seeing them in the south.
This is weird.
In the
Like,
south, they have a lot of these piers, though.
no.
I put
There we
a location. I put a location link in the chat and a picture of a link to the picture of the pizza. So I went and looked for the place on my maps so you could have a look at the pizza. It looked
Okay,
exactly
let me
like that.
yeah, let me check it out. I just copied your link, and okay. Let's see. This is the one in Bangkok.
Yep, soy 8. So come
You want
to
me
soy 8.
You want me to put it on the screen, or
You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just for your reference, I guess. It's
Okay.
called Viva Cafe.
yeah, Viva Cafe on Soy 8.
Really, really good. Surprised it has such a. Okay, well, it's got like 1,600 reviews and still got 4.3, which isn't bad.
Weekends is
Yeah.
probably real busy.
That's
A lot
not
of
bad.
hotel rooms. A lot of these hotels, I don't
Let me
think they're occupied.
And the other link is a picture for the pizza.
let me see maps.
I only did that because I was looking at the reviews and I was like, oh, there it is. It's like the second review. I was like,
Oh, okay.
kind of-
Actually, I looked at the second one first, so I saw the pizza right away.
yeah.
So I
looks-
can see where it is. Yeah, soy.
awesome. It's awesome. Anyway, that's the best pizza I've ever had in Thailand. There you go.
Oh, nice. So that's pretty close to Lupini Park, which I've been to. I've been to Lupini Park probably like 5 times.
Yeah, you probably could get to Benchikiti Park quicker. Basically, if you go
Yes. Oh, it is
towards
closer to
Soy
Benchikiti Park.
10, you go down to Soy 10 and you go all the way down. There's an entrance
Yeah.
to Benchikiti Park right there.
Yeah. And I have 2 interesting stories about Lupini Park, which I was staying up in I was staying in where was it? It was the MRT station right near not Klong Toi, way up further than that. I think it was hold on. I have to actually look at it. It was the MRT right near Ratapaschiak, but it like Ratapaschiak might be the MRT name, but
Right.
the area I was staying in is actually a famous name, which I'm trying to look up. As soon as I see it, I'll know what it is.
My camera work was just like terrible. Like
Damn it.
shaky. It's like you're
How could I forget
like
this?
months just to kind of like figure that out. And, also kind of
Hoi Kwang. So I was actually staying up there, and I went down. I take the MRT to go down to Lupini Park, which I really liked. So let me pause Charlie for a second. One very interesting story about Lupini Park is if it's like your first time there and you happen to go there, I think it's either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. But I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Everyone just stands still.
Yeah, national anthem.
Yes. So for a foreigner that does not know that, and you see hundreds of people moving, running about, and I wouldn't even say running about, just moving about, and all of a sudden everyone just stands still. It is one of the most terrifying events you would ever know without knowing the whole everyone just stops for the national anthem, because that just does not happen in the United States.
Yeah, that's one of the
But
things about Thailand.
I'll tell you,
and it happened.
as an American, it was one of the most terrifying events.
Yeah, look, it happens at markets, national parks, things like that.
Right. I'm not doubting. Yeah, I'm not doubting it happens. I'm just saying the first time experiencing it, where you're just kind of moving about, and then you see everyone all of a sudden stop moving.
Yeah, the first time it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The
act
first time
itself, it's very scary.
Yeah, you think like, what's that? Is that like an air raid song or something? No, it's not. First time it happened that the national anthem was played was I was at Teppersit Night Market in Pattaya. So we were going for some food, and it was like whatever 5:45 when we got there, walking around, and all of a sudden everything stops. And the lady who was she explained that's the national anthem. They played at 8 in the morning and at 6 p.m. And then everybody just stands at attention, waits for it to end, and then you just keep going about your business. Okay. Learn something new. That was years and years ago. So, but yeah, it's cool. But I can understand if first time it happening and nobody tells you, you're like,
yes, that's exactly what happened to me. And still to this day, obviously I remember that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Actually, it wasn't even what the hell's going on. I just froze in fear as I was trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't know anything from like, is it an earthquake to something else. But the other interesting story that I have about Lupini, specifically about Lupini Park, is they have these things that you do not see in the United States called lizards. Big ass lizards. And everything you see watching TV in the US, there are these diabolical things that come out and just bite you and just wait for you to die. Now, obviously, they're not in Thailand. They're like monitor lizards that spread botulism. But if you don't know about, obviously, if you don't know about the whole the park's gonna just freeze at 8 o'clock in the morning, you probably don't know about that. And I had one dart straight for me, but I don't think it was actually going after me, but it came out of the water and went straight for me or near me, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm like, this is how it's going to end.
Yeah, the ones that you're talking about are like the Komodo dragons, what they call.
Yes, them. The Komodo
Indonesia.
dragon. Yeah,
from Indonesia, I think.
Right, but for someone that you go into a park, you're like, oh yeah, a park, it's just a park, you know. And then you see some wild animal come out. And I'm sure it could happen anywhere. Like in the US, if you see something come out, you're probably going to get scared. You could be scared of like a wild pig, which actually you should be scared of. But,
yeah, you should be.
Yeah, so like when I saw this thing coming out, it did scare the shit out of me. And those are my two very, very intricate memories of Lupini Park.
Yeah, but now that you know, it's easier,
Oh
right?
yeah. Now that I know, like I don't care. Like I know they're harmless. But the reason I bring it up is because at the time, those two things, they will forever hold a memory in my heart about being like scared. I would say, which one was scarier? Huh? I don't even know which one was scarier. Thinking that I was going to get botulism for something running out of the water and heading towards me. That was pretty scary.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I have a sort of a scary story, but it was like I'm not like that scary of a person when it comes to like animals and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, basically, generally, if you don't bother them, they won't bother you, sort of thing, right? Like.
Yeah.
But we went and we visited mangroves close to Chantaburi, like between Rayong and Chantaburi. There's a place that's famous for having like a boardwalk through the mangroves, and then you can take a boat through the mangroves.
Okay.
And the park itself is well taken care of. Like the boardwalks are all. It's not like some of the Thai style stuff where it's like there'll be like 5 boards and there'll be 3 missing, and you got to jump over it, and you don't know what the rest of the path is going to look like, if
Hmm.
it's going to go around or if it's just going to end abruptly. I mean, I've been to parks like that before, and it is what it is. I'm not complaining. You just take it and deal with it. But they also had like towers you could go up so you could look over everything and see the coastline. It was beautiful. But the lady that I was with, she's scared of snakes, like scared to death of snakes, like absolutely petrified, right?
Hmm.
So we're walking, and we're under the canopy, right? And not on the coast, like we're going through the mangrove forest, right? On this boardwalk thingy. Um, and all of a sudden, she starts screaming and running. And there's people looking at me like I did something, right? I'm like, you can't do that. You can't. You can't do that. They all think it's me.
Yeah. And because it's Thailand, they're all going to gang up on you, assuming you did something wrong.
I'm like, what? Like, come on. Yeah, but snake, 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 snake. It's like, well, and it was a green snake, right?
Yeah.
Come to find out, like I had the idea, like if a snake is green, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Generally,
really
yeah.
not
Generally,
poisonous.
green snakes are not poisonous.
Yeah, but come to find out that they have a very poisonous, uh, like tree viper in Thailand that's green, and
Oh.
you can tell poisonous snakes because they have like an arrow-shaped head, and
Hmm.
non-poisonous tend to have like a more roundish head in the front, and
Okay.
sort of type thing, like the way the skull or the head looks. Like I
Yeah,
did
I
some
don't want to
research
take that
after.
risk.
No, no, yeah, I did some research afterwards, and I'm like, I don't even remember what the head looked like. I was like, it could have been a poisonous one. And I was just looking at it. It's like it's not doing it. I'm standing like right by it. Like
Mm.
it's not that close to me, right? I was like, but look, I was like, look, it's not doing anything. It's just hanging around, not doing anything. I'm not doing anything to it. It's just going about its business, just like I am. And I'm like, how stupid was I? I was like, I should have just moved away, quietly and not even thought about poisonous, non-poisonous. And here I am, like some kind of expert on snakes, which I'm not, telling her like, oh, there's nothing to worry about when it could have been a poisonous one. Stupid.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, there are some snakes that are green. And when they said the tree viper, it kind of brought up like a picture in my mind
Yeah,
because
I don't have
I wouldn't
that good of a
normally have
memory
thought
of what it looked like, and I didn't take a picture. I was just
that.
more annoyed that she was screaming and running away from me, and everybody was looking at me. I'm like, no, this is not good. This doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But after that, she just wanted to leave. She's like, no, how do we get out? I said, we have to go all the way around. She's like, but what if there's going to be more snakes? I said, then there'll be more snakes. And then she's like, I'm not. You have to carry me. And I'm like, what? It was funny.
Hmm.
We got out of there. It was good, but I was like, would you want to go back? She's like, no, there's too many snakes. I was like, you only saw one. And she says, one is too many. And I think we went to another national park thingy in Chiang Mai. And there's this big fountain at the entrance. It's beautiful. And to take like a selfie, we moved onto this grassy area on the opposite side. And it was all well maintained and cut, and the hedges and like, in Thailand, they really take care of their
Yeah.
parks and stuff like that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The landscaping is always generally it's immaculate. So I'm taking the selfie, and I'm looking. It's like, oh yeah, we can get like the thing in the background. Let's take the selfie. Then all of a sudden, she jumps like as high as Michael Jordan, right? Screams and runs away. And I'm like, what was that? She goes, snake. And I'm like looking for the snake, and I can't see the snake. I was like, was it big? She goes, no, it was small. I was like, okay, small snake, okay, small problem. She goes, no, where there's small ones, there's big ones. I want to go home now. That was so funny. But same lady, bless her heart. She didn't like snakes at all, which I understand. There's people who have phobias and stuff and of everything. So, but yeah, she's like, I'm not going back. That small one's gonna be a big one next time we go. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. But yeah. But ever since then, like I've been always very weary, like getting my motorbike and stuff, looking if there's something in the So I saw that guy rides for kicks. He had his motorbikes parked up, and one day there was a snake in his bike, like curled up in his bike somehow.
Oh.
But in Thailand,
Oh.
there's a hotline you can call, where the snake catchers will come for free and they'll come get it wherever it is, in your house, your yard, whatever, and then they go and release it far away.
His series, by the way, is something that me and my wife watch weekends. We pretty much caught up on all of his. You know how he's building a house now. Yeah, me and my wife have been watching that, and she jokes is like, yeah, the girl he's with, she's Lon. She's definitely getting the house that she wants after they break up.
Look, I don't think any of that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just by the type of person that he seems to be on camera.
Right. He's not. I would say, he's not a monger or anything.
Oh, I wouldn't say any of that. I just said the type of person he is. I don't think he's hard to get along with.
Oh no, I mean? You're absolutely right. Yeah, he's very very what's the word? Congenial. I do agree, and even before Land, if you remember, you were watching when he was with V, like the same thing.
Yeah, and then that combined with the fact of how he approached V's illness and what he did and how he handled himself and handled the situation. Yeah, I think also, even if what you said could happen or would happen, he'd deal with it in the best way possible as well.
Yes. Oh, I would actually add this as an asterisk. I don't think he would be the one initiating any kind of breakup. I think he's very happy.
Yeah, I think they're happy together. I think.
Yes.
You know, they
yeah. So me and my wife watch. Yeah, we watch his streams every week. She likes it so much, and she likes what works out great is she loves looking at houses and houses constructions. So this is totally up her alley.
I like it. I like it when the Thais start welding with flip flops on. I love that. That's awesome.
I did. Yeah.
But hey, different. I've seen it in Dubai as well. Like you got we did it like we call it exposition, like at the convention center. And then we had like a crew come in to help build the exhibition booth we had.
Mhm.
And yeah, they were like, they didn't really have like a proper things, like an easel to saw things, and you know what I mean? So they had it like there was this, I don't know where they were from, probably Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, whatever. And they're holding stuff with their bare feet and then sawing in between. Like, it's like, yeah, okay, well that works. That wouldn't work in Europe. You get the whole
Yeah.
construction site shut down. No hard hats, nothing. No safety equipment. No safety vest. No ear protection. Just get it done.
Yeah.
But hey,
And you can see from all the there's all the
excuse me.
power lines.
Well, the power lines that you're thinking of, those are communication lines. They aren't really the power lines.
Yes, you're right. But what holds them together could be like those vertical poles, I guess, could be.
Yep.
I do know certainly instances of people getting electrocuted from unfortunately touching something like.
Yeah, look, even when they're hanging down or whatever, and I know I don't even go. I do not touch them. Yeah, it's not a risk I'm going to take. I know that it's probably not electric, 99%, but what does happen a lot in Thailand also happened when I was living there is that, like on the poles, they have like little transformers, like those cylinder things. They'll just fry and start sparking and catch on fire, and then the sparks will like jump onto those communicate, like, and all that stuff will like start going. Like there's a couple videos about that happening everywhere in Thailand, but it happened in our neighborhood, and we lost power in our little three soys. We lost power for like 6 hours before the PEA came to fix everything. Which is okay. It happens. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the house build as well. I look forward to the new installments whenever they come. I like to watch them as well.
We actually this past weekend we caught up on 4 of them. We did 2 on Saturday and then 2 on Sunday. I think we did 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. So we were about like 3 weeks behind. And then he's saying, "Oh, this is the last week. This is the last week in June, and we're not sure if we're gonna rent the existing house for another month." Me and my wife were like, "No, like you're already running it close." And even before this, we're like, "Oh yeah, of course, you're gonna have to do another month there."
Well, you could just rent like a hotel room or something. Well, I don't know. It would be cheaper. Probably cheaper just to go another month on the house. To be fair.
Yeah. Oh, I think absolutely cheaper just to go another month. Just even if it's 15,000-20,000 baht, like just go another month in the house.
Because I mean, they've got so much stuff, you know.
I even think July, getting in by July 1st could be a little bit of a challenge because
if you've got running water and proper electric and you got an AC and a bed, the thing is how much are you willing to compromise, like not having everything set up the way you want it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the biggest problem for them is the amount of time it takes constantly to just drive back and forth. Because every time they're there, like they're driving back and forth from their existing place to the new build.
Is it that far apart?
Yeah, I think it's over 45 minutes round trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
trip.
think it's close.
Okay.
But I'm not totally sure, but based on what he said, I believe it's round trip is like over 45 minutes.
Okay.
But I mean, I do think, and I do have other criticism of the house. One of the things me and my wife said that we agree with each other on is the house seems like really small.
That's not a big. Well, look, to be fair, the living room looks decently sized, like in width.
Mm-hmm.
His little studio is small, but that was concepted as a studio anyway. And look, he, I guess he's a little bit older than we are, right? Or maybe he's about your age.
He's younger than me.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, how much? The only thing I didn't really thing that sort of irked me a little bit was he's got those wide steps in the front, right? Of his house, whatever, the 2 steps or whatever.
He does have, well, there's a total of 3 steps. The very bottom step should be taking care of itself when he gets the concrete in
Correct.
to do
But
that. So
my point was,
yeah.
why not put a ramp in there for future, just in case?
Yes. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing that I would
All right.
have
Why not
probably
put a
done.
ramp? Yeah. You have steps and you could have a ramp.
Or
You're
put a
absolutely right.
ramp like to the back patio that he's building. Like have easy access if you need that extra, if steps are difficult. I'm not saying he's going to be in a wheelchair. I'm not saying, he won't be fit until, into the 70s or whatever, but just prepare.
Yeah.
Why not?
I would even go greater than that. I'm like, so I saw the distance width-wise from the steps, it looks like it's about 10 feet, which is good. Why not make it 12 feet and just on one side or the other, make it a ramp? I do agree with that.
Yeah, that's basically what I thought. But, look, I'm coming from a person where my mom was handicapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anything we did in the house, she was able, but there was times where she wasn't able, but we always thought about, okay, what could we do to improve things that it would help everyone, her and everybody helping her when she does need help.
Yeah.
But that's just my life experience,
Yep.
So his is maybe different,
Yeah. So the one thing about the build, and we're still trying to figure out how much the build's going to be. It looks like it's going to be about $200,000 US.
No, man. No.
You think it's going to be cheaper than that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he will say it at the end. He does have a spreadsheet.
To be fair, I forgot how much the land was, and he said the land was a little bit more expensive because of the area and
yes,
et cetera, which is fine.
Yeah, my gut feeling is it's going to be about 200,000 for everything, but it's a 1-story. It's like 1-story build, and like there is no upstairs. And on this 1-story build, like I saw the rooms. The rooms are not big. It's kind of like maybe a huge hotel room. It's not very big. But
I think
so. Here's where, and I'm sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
Here's where I think it was a problem. Like, why not just make it bigger? Because most of the expense has nothing to do with expanding the area. He could easily increase the size 50% of the living space, and it would only cost 10% more in the budget for 50% living space.
Yeah, I understand that, but the only premise I'll make is this: I have a friend. He has a house in Hua Hin. He's got about 800, just shy of 800 square meters of land, which is quite big. It's like half a rye.
Mm-hmm.
3-bedroom house, generous rooms and stuff. I spent last time I went, I think all in all, I spent almost 3 weeks there visiting, like between trips and stuff and passing through. Like I spent like 3 or 4 days and then another 3 or 4, like it was almost 3 weeks in total. I would say about 70% of the time during the day, we were outside on the patio. chilling out.
Mhm.
We weren't in the house. When we went in the house, we went in the house for food because that's where the dining room table is. Although we had a table outside, we never ate outside because he had like outside he had like a huge table, but that was sort of like a buffet table type for when the whole family comes. When there's like a family gathering. Um, we could have ate there, but yeah, the outside kitchen was behind the house, which was closer to the dining room of the inside of the house. So we always ate in the dining room, whatever. But like he's gonna make like an outside Thai kitchen. He's gonna have his table and chair. Everything's gonna be outside there on that patio. And I just remember hanging out at Thai people's houses that were smaller than that house, his house, and when I had my condo, the condo that I showed you, right? I spent most of my time when I was awake out on the patio on the balcony. To be
Yeah.
fair, so I think the outside area that he's made is really good. So it depends on your lifestyle. I understand what you're saying, right?
Yes. The one
But
thing I do remember you saying
but
before and backed up today is you do appreciate a really good balcony.
yeah, or outside space, right? So
Mhm.
if you spend like over 50% of your time outside, you know, the balcony or the thing that he has, the terrace, patio, whatever that he's built, it looks wonderful.
Yeah.
It looks like a great outside space, shaded, probably going to have some fans in there, outside kitchen, a fridge, small fridge for outside. It's going to be lovely, I think. So,
What advice would you give someone that spends 50% of their time
what
at
do you
a
mean?
certain buffet, at a certain buffet on the 6th floor of Central Mall?
Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like.
I know. I'm just creating levity.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I'll go with you to Sizzler, no problem. I like the
Yeah.
salad bar at Sizzler. I don't go that as often as you do, but when I do decide to
Well,
go, it's always good.
yes, you're right. But to be honest, like this last time I went, I think I only went like 3 times of
Yeah,
the 28 or 29 days.
yeah, so once a week, pretty much.
Yeah. The time before that, I certainly went a lot more. But yeah, this past time, I think I went like 3 times the whole trip. And I went to Bronx Pizza either 3 or 4 times. I can't even remember now if I went 3 or 4 times, but I do know it was 3 or 4 because I remember the second time I was there, it was awful. But yeah, sometimes you just get that.
Yeah, but the house is going to be nice. I understand what you're saying. Like, for me, yeah, a little bit more living space. I agree with you, but I think he wanted to have his studio because that's like right adjacent to the living room, if I remember correctly. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
and we
but
looked at
yeah, whatever.
we looked at like the space. Me and my wife did, and she agrees with me. Like it's not a big place. It not only is not a big place. If it was 2 floors, it still wouldn't be a big place. But it's not even 2 floors. It's just like
But
a
e-
basic place.
even the place that I rented um, when I was living there as a townhouse, so it was maybe it was 2 bedrooms. It was townhouse, so we had 2 stories, 70 square meters maybe total, right?
Yeah,
Not including the outside. the, the living space downstairs because of the stairs was quite limited, but we had like a nice couch. We didn't have
yeah,
like a coffee table or anything because that would have just messed everything up. We had a European style kitchen with 2 burners. We moved stuff around, but for 2 people it was okay. um, what was really nice was the bathroom upstairs, which was really really good, and the master bedroom was enormous upstairs, probably twice the size as Rides for Kicks is. It was enormous,
mm,
and it had a little balcony which we didn't use because you couldn't sit on it. It's just like, like a little, you could go out on it and stand on it, and that's about it. But downstairs, we had like the little 4 park area, which we parked in front of the gate. We never parked in the little parking area. We had like the 2 motorbikes in there, and we had a lot of space and a lot of, we bought a lot of potted plants, and it was beautiful. And we sat outside a lot. And anytime friends came, and it was sort of halfway covered, so you had shade and stuff, and we had fans, and there's electrical outlets and everything. So if we had people come over for food, we eat outside like Thai style. We put out mats and you sit on the floor, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was,
that's one of the things my wife really likes. When you say Thai style, and I'm sure all the 2 people on the chat besides us, half of the 2 people probably know what Thai style is, but like you all sit like around the floor, and you kind of like you open up all the food, and then you just kind of scoop what you want from all the food into your plate.
Yep. Right.
It's like a sharing experience.
Right.
Whereas in
So-
America, we don't do that. Yeah, you order what you want to order, and that's what you get.
Well, and the other thing about Asian food in general, in Asia, at least this is my experience, like there's no such thing as like appetizer, mains. There is something like dessert, but most of the times it's just like fruit or something, right, at the end. But whatever is finished cooking, right, that's what comes. In whatever order it's finished, it comes, and then you eat it. There's like no salad, no soup, no mains, and this and no, everything at once, and there you go. And I think that's good too. You accept it that way, at least for Asian food. Like for Western style food, maybe not, but for Asian food, yeah, why not? Doesn't matter.
Yep, I agree.
Plus,
right.
plus I'm telling you, there's things like, sorry, typical for breakfast, but there's no such thing as like breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can have whatever you want when you want. Nobody's going to be like, you can't have that for breakfast. That's not breakfast. Granted, you have like whatever, like certain jog or rice soup or whatever that people might have for breakfast, or mu ping or whatever. But you can get that for lunch and dinner as well if you really want it. They'll make it for you. So yeah, there's no such thing as really a set dinner, lunch, and breakfast. It is just whatever you fancy. So which is good too.
All right. I'm thinking of ending the stream now because, well, 1, I have to go to the bathroom. 2, my wife is away and I get a chance to work out. And 3, I think CVO is going to come on. And I am happy to hand the reins to CVO.
Okay, no worries.
But as always, hold on. Even before I say as always, as always, I'm going to keep this stream up. But if you, for some reason, if you don't want this stream up, just send me a message and I will take it down. But I think it was a very informative stream.
No, not really. I think I bored everybody to death. There's nobody in the chat.
No. But it won't be about the people in the chat. It'll be about people learning the experiences we went through, whether it was my experiences through Lupini Park, those 2 experiences, or yours, some of your favorite food and the experiences you went through for the replay. With the tree viper. Yes. So all I'm saying is, if for some reason you don't want it, just send me a message. And I'll take the video down, because otherwise, I think this is a very informative video. And just don't say anything here. Just privately send me an email or something if you want it taken down.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. But thank you for coming on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Anything from talking about Pittsburgh Steelers, who are not going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, $1. It's only $1.
Oh yeah, only $1. For you, it's $1. For me, it's like, it's the first bet I will lose in literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'll
Aaron Rodgers. I
You'll
don't even know.
you'll
I don't
win.
even think he's.
Look, I don't put big hopes anymore. I'm past that. I'll watch the games. I'll get frustrated. I'm happy when we win, and that's it.
My biggest thing is Mike Tomlin's not there. So like I think Mike Tomlin's a really good coach, and just like Andy Reid was with the Eagles, sometimes you just need a reset to go somewhere else to
Yeah,
totally
I just
shine
don't.
through.
I just don't think he's going to coach again. To be fair,
Oh,
he's going to make so much money in broadcasting.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, he's broadcasting. He's already
Okay.
signed a deal somewhere.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
CBS. I don't know.
Yeah,
NBC, I don't
he
know.
would be. Yeah, he would be someone that would be sought after for broadcasting. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I've seen a lot of interviews with him, right? And
Mhm.
he's had to be the coach, right? He's had to be politically correct and all that stuff.
Yes.
But his answers sometimes are just like amazing. So I think if you can combine that aspect with not being so politically correct about the team that he's coaching, I think it could be different, successful, type of thing. So I'm looking forward to, him commentating a couple of games. I'll figure out which ones he's commentating and see if I can watch him and listen along. But generally with the NFL commentary, I really don't like it anymore. It's just like, I remember Shannon Sharp saying, I don't listen to the commentary. I just watch it on mute. So I was like, damn. I said, let me try that. So I watched, I think, a couple games on mute, and I wouldn't say I enjoyed them more or less, but I wasn't missing anything. If I can say that. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
so yes and no. Like, man. So if you, depending on whether you watch Fox or CBS, those are the two main channels, and they each have their own broadcast thing. Whether it's Kurt Menefee and his group versus whether it's JB and his group, and that includes everyone from Bill Cowher to Jimmy Johnson on the other side. Like, to me, they do bring a lot of insight from my perspective. They bring a lot of insight. I don't always agree with it, and it's always fun to watch the Rob Gronkowski, not what he has to say, but the silly antics that he does.
but you're talking about like you're talking about the pregame and the halftime. I'm talking about the play. I'm talking about the play-by-play.
Oh, play-by-play. Okay, so play-by-play. Man, do you remember Harry Callis? He used to do.
Say again, who?
Harry Callis. Harry Callis used to do the Monday Night Football. No, maybe Sunday Night Football. Plus, he used to do for a full-time gig. He was the Philadelphia Phillies color man. I don't know if you remember him, but he used to do NFL football.
Okay.
You probably would. Hold on. Let me bring up a clip here. I think this is important enough. You probably will recognize his voice. I'm going to bring up a clip. Let me see if you remember this voice.
In so many ways, America's pastime is intertwined into its.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me.
Recognizable. It will always be the voice.
When you talk Philly baseball, you're going to think of Harry Callis.
We all owe Harry Callis
Pilgrimage.
Picked me up, took me in the dugout, gave me a baseball.
Do you remember this voice?
To his teammates.
No.
And thus began my love of baseball.
Okay. Let me see.
Callis may have hit a high note in that league championship series, but that's where his run came to an end. Local enshrinement ceremony for the.
He is. If you look at all the broadcasters for all the sports in Philadelphia, Harry Callis, this guy here, he would be the number one guy over the past 100 years. That's how popular he was. This is talking all four major sports: football, baseball,
smooth-sounding
hockey,
storyteller may have been born for
basketball.
baseball, but he wasn't defined by a diamond.
Uncertain if their up and down seasons would lead to the
All right, so you don't know Harry Callis, which is fine. Like, I know you're anyone not from this area. There's kind of like a 50-50 chance if they would even know who Harry Callis is.
Well, the same would go if I said, "Do you know who Myron Cope is?"
No, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not.
He's the
If you said, "Do I know who Vin Scully is?" I would say yes.
Yeah,
Bob
see?
Uecker.
Bob
I would
Uecker, I
say
know,
yes.
but he's
Yeah.
been in movies, so
Yeah,
Bob
so Harry
Uecker.
Callis. I had the pleasure
Oh,
of
Harry Callis isn't the guy
He
called
did-
Harry Carey?
No,
Another
that's
guy?
actually it's good you mentioned that. It's actually a different person. The Harry Carey was the Cubs, like the Cubs
Oh,
play guy. But it's very cool you mentioned that because they often get confused with each other. Harry Callis, and he's probably the most famous broadcaster in Philadelphia for all the major sports in the past 100 years.
Okay.
And I actually had it's a story. I guess it's a story I could say right now because my wife's not home. I was actually traveling up to Minnesota, not for work. I was traveling up to Minnesota many years ago. I think it was around 1997, and I was visiting a girl there because I don't know if you know Minnesota. Minnesota girls are really hot, and wouldn't you know who sits down next to me on the plane to Minnesota is Harry Callis. It was so cool. He was actually going up there for this is when he did the NFL. He did like Sunday, I think he did Sunday night games. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, my name's I said, "Hi, how you doing?" He said, "Oh, yeah, hi." And I said, "Oh, I forget how well. I recognize who he was just based on his voice. I didn't recognize when he sat down, but when I said hi to him, I instantly recognized his voice. He has one of the most unique voices. It was a great experience.
Took us to the ball game.
Talk about going to visit a girl and then just getting a sports legend to sit next to you during the flight. And he had a briefcase. And in the briefcase had nothing to do with baseball, but he was prepping for it was like a Sunday night game. It was Minnesota Vikings hosting someone. I don't even remember who they were hosting, but it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You said Minnesota. I was gonna say, what was the guy's name? Minnesota. Who's from Minnesota? Jesse Ventura. I thought you meant Jesse Ventura.
Oh, yeah. I do know about Jesse Ventura. Everything from his political side of the game, which I kind of agree with, to his film side of the game. What was it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator. Yes, I did like him in that.
I don't got time to bleed. There you go. There's his line.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That
Anyway,
was pretty cool. All right.
You go exercise and get some food.
Yes, I have to do both, and I'm thinking of doing both at the same time. But
good luck with that.
Thank you, and thank you as always. Thank you for coming on. You're one of the most interesting guests that comes on this channel.
I think you're the only one that thinks that.
Well, you do have. Well, one thing you have is you have a lot of breadth of experience in the area. If you're talking about everything from Thailand to sports, and especially Pittsburgh Steelers sports. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Guilty.
Yeah.
But
as always, yeah. Thank you for coming on.
All right, man. Take care.
Thank you.
Cheers.
See you. Cheers.